Oh, hey. It's me. Hi. I'm Andrew Rayburn, Uzi, as it says on the everything. That's where I am on the internet, at EWZZY. I created in 2016 an HD texture pack for Chibi Robo. And while I am stuck at home, I am just doing Twitch streams. This is my second ever Twitch stream. Thanks for joining me. I've been listening to this music for too long, so let's just go ahead and get started. Thank you, Mooware. This internet's holding up, hopefully. Happy birthday, Jenny. If there's anything I've learned from Animal Crossing, it's that hats are the best gift. That and just bells. Jenny, what's the matter? I can already see textures that I want to go back in and replace. There's some stuff on that cake that I upscaled but did not redraw, and it's just a little smeary. Oh, you're 8 now. You can't run in a frog costume all day. You absolutely can run around in a frog costume all day. You've got a present too? I actually think at Locked by Proxy there in the chat, he helped me out a little bit. I think he drew the dog faces and a few other things. It's been a long time since we put this together. I did this, a simple pack for Pokemon Snap, and a half-finished HD texture pack for Tony Hawk's Underground, which there's just a lot more textures in that game than this one. Jenny said she wanted one? Unlikely. I don't think I had actually even played this game. I know I had not played it all the way through until I decided I'd make a texture pack for it. I don't know why I picked this one other than it seemed doable. Like, the art style is reproducible. It's not a bunch of noisy textures. Most things are really smoothly, they're sharp. So it's just a matter of redrawing it in vector and then exporting out at 4 times the resolution. I'm sure there are people who'd like me to make a more 4K compatible pack and not 1080p, but you can only upscale this game so much. Mooware, this is originally a GameCube game. It's running in the Dolphin emulator, which lets you dump all the textures as you play and then edit them, and then it inserts them back into the game on the fly. So you can do that on PC and Mac and possibly even Android. The emulator also lets you run instead of 480p. This is running at 1080p, which alone really helps the presentation. Makes it feel almost like new. Ribbit, ribbit. We are here to make you happy. Telly, obviously a cousin of Mike the TV. Now I think I'm gonna, in the background you can see the giant sign behind them. I think that's actually done in polygons, so I didn't have to redraw the art behind him. But I did redraw where it says "cool time, cool taste." Anything that had text in it, you couldn't read because the texture is so small, so I had to make up a lot of things. Paul, how long did it take to make the packet? I think like a couple months. As with any piece of art, you're not so much done as abandoned. So there's a lot of stuff in the game that I definitely, playing through this, will be going, oh, I should have done a better job. These UI elements are done in polygons. That's a 3D yes and no symbol, so those look nice before I touch them. Whoa! That's amazing! Jenny! Ribbit. Hot! Diggity! Dog! That's awesome! Yeah, Locke, you're right. Probably was around 3-month project. I can tell you, you can download it at hdtexturepacks.uzi.com or on the Dolphin forums, and I think it says there how long I took. Alright, try using the Chibi Copter. We're very much in the tutorial section of this. I wrote down some notes. It's been 4 years since I played this, so I wanted to make sure I wasn't just stumbling around doing absolutely nothing and embarrassing myself. He's giving me a lot of tutorial. I literally just have to walk off this thing and it'll take care of itself. Use the Chibi Copter. I can do it. Believe in me. Hey, Jenny. Ribbit. Yeah, let's give her the rose. $20 happy points. And some moolah. Oh, it actually is called moolah. It's monies. Happy birthday. I really like this music while we're here. It just sounds like a really chill version of Jessica by the Allman Brothers. Which I was reminded of that watching the Giant Bomb drumming stream with Alex Navarro last Thursday. It's just a good song. I'm glad you like the UI improvements there, Locke. With all of my texture packs, what I start off with is just like, I want to make it so the UI is sharp, and I don't care about the textures on the polygons, because, you know, depending on how close you are, they're always gonna get blurry. But I want that UI to look crisp, and then I start getting dragged into the rest of the operation. You start fixing one thing, two things, and then you're like, oh, I just want to make the font look sharp, and then you redraw the whole game. In this case, I used a tool to upscale all of the textures in the game called Waifu 2X. That is an AI upscaler. Nowadays, it's really simple compared to what these things are capable of. But it's really good at taking simple textures like this and they look better than the default scaling, like if you're just playing it in the emulator. All right, we're gonna save. But they also can look really smeary, so you end up. It's a good basis for starting over with a redraw. All right, let's get out there and get some happy points. You're making a mess, Telly. Okay, unplug. Right. Nope, didn't. Guess who has no idea what the controls are yet? Okay, put that away. And I want to pick up the trash. There we go. Proper trash. Proper receptacle is my head. Alright, now we're ready to go. The living room. This game is a pretty chill game. The story can actually get kind of, I mean, it does get, not can get, if you play through, there's some real sad points. You're dealing with a family that's, when you get there, pretty much a mess. But it actually, if you're the kind of person who's really liked playing Animal Crossing, it is a game, this game is about walking around, cleaning up, and it is a pretty chill game for doing that kind of stuff. Muir, yeah, for the textures in the texture gallery that's showing the side-by-sides, the ones where you could tell there was text in the source, because these, but it wasn't readable, I had to make up new text. So there's a lot of interpreting things, and there's some stuff that is based on what's clearly a hand-drawn drawing, that I'm not that kind of artist, and I don't have their source. So I would do my best to reinterpret it, or maybe just completely start from scratch on the texture instead of redrawing it the same way they did. If you go side by side, some of them don't. Like, you're like, hey, that's not the same thing. But in game, some of them fit a lot better, I think. Tao neglected me again. Typical. He usually drops me right over there. But tonight he was lazy, and now I can watch Drake while he patrols. Oh, it's so hard to watch him, that knight in shining armor. Ah. Oh, Drake, I'm sorry, I didn't see you. Perhaps you are on Love Patrol? Some of the characters in this game, to be honest, she's creepy looking. There's no fixing that on my end. I'm glad you think the stained glass... Actually, if you look at the stained glass windows there, those are an example of what the Waifu 2X scaling can do. I barely touched those, which actually, seeing how close you get to them in this shot, makes me want to go back and redraw them to get them that little bit better. I said, no art is finished, only abandoned. A secret, passionate love for Drake Redcrest. Apologizing is a vital component of managerial work. Don't be so sexist, Telly. There we go. I'll remember what the buttons are someday. Does he really say that every time I pick something up? get some moolah. Alright, so for our first night, our goal here is simply collect some stuff and get the toothbrush that is right here. What's that? It's a toothbrush. He's not gonna miss his toothbrush if he's the kind of person to have it on the carpet near him as he sleeps. Stuck in the tutorial. See, actually, the gummy candy you can see in the texture gallery that's the exact sort of thing where you know what it is, but yeah, the original texture, there's no way to read what it was supposed to say, so I had to make up. Just hope it fits in that world. That way. I'm still struggling with remembering the controls, and I'm playing on a 8-bit Do control, 8-bit Do. I'm playing on one of their controllers and not a GameCube controller, which is what this was designed for. So things don't quite match one-to-one. Not that playing on a GameCube controller would make me any better at this game. Alright, we're gonna clean up these and then hope that by wandering over there, we will meet Drake Redcrest. Set everything. Alright, so put away. And pick up. Always put refuse in a proper receptacle. Thanks, Telly. Forgot about batteries. I literally forgot that was a thing in this game. Okay. Just gotta make it over to here. We got plenty. Enough that I can just waste time. No, we don't need to save right now. Let's just waste time. We gotta get going. Give me that. Yeah. There he is. People say evil. People say justice. But what is justice and what is evil? Do I truly fight for the side of justice? Or am I just a fool, a blind fool? No, I fight for the side of justice. Those who think they can disturb the peace will get a taste of my space fury. Space Hunter Drake Redcrest. I've been watching a bunch of Ultraman Blu-rays lately, and I love this tokusatsu stuff. Hey, get back here. Thank you, Locke. Wallpaper is that wallpaper shows up. There's so much of it. I'm so glad it looks good. The original version doesn't even tile properly. Like, the actual original texture is misaligned. One of the fun things going through all the textures as originally made is you start to see the shortcuts that the original developers made, which that's how you make everything. But like, you'll see where like this pattern will show up in another thing and another thing, because they're just reusing, you know, bits and pieces from their Photoshop files, which makes it easier to reproduce them. You have to, the amount of Drake Redcrest stuff in this game where you just have to take the logo you made and drop it into another texture saves so much work. No, I can figure it out. Elevenus becomes you. We are well met, you and I. Look, I'll put it on. I'll put it. I promise. Drake, cool it. Alright, glad he turned his back as I. Nope, wrong button. There we go. How to? There we go. Figure out how to put down the plug that I picked up. Alright, if I remember correctly, this is the first big stumbling block in the game. I think you have to like press Z at the same time as he taunts, and it should be the simplest thing in the world. Yeah, I want to fight for justice. Test of justice. This is where we get stuck. How did you know my name? Alright, when he starts to pose, press Z immediately, which is mapped to R1 on this controller. Easy as pie. I'm gonna feel bad when I make a big deal out of this and it actually does work on the first. Nope, I already missed it. I didn't realize that that was the prompt. Okay. Nope, that time I tried to do it and it didn't count. Come on. Too soon, Tried to just guess that time. Too late. All right. It only took like 8 tries. I hope speedrunners have the same problem with that eye too. Just like that's the reset point. Well, we're not resetting. Locke, are you saying that I need to do the pose like in real life? Because I don't. There's a lot of stuff I can knock over. Thanks, Locke. All right, so now we can pose whenever we want. I totally almost disconnected my headphones doing that, and you'll never see me do it again. All right, so now that we are him, we've pretty much done. We've done the thing we need to do on night 1. So this game works on a timer system. So if you see in the top left, there's a 5 and a Wind Waker style sun moon thing. That means that we are on a 5-minute timer. And while there's talking going on, it doesn't count. But nope. I'm gonna figure out how to. Oh, you just have to hold it forward to get up stuff. But you have a certain amount of time before the day-night cycle triggers. And there's things you can only do during the day, and there are things you can only do at night. Chibi Robo. All of your hard work has made Mrs. Sanderson happy. Happy, happy. I'm always looking to make Mrs. Sanderson happy. She should be asleep, though, and not paying attention to what I'm doing in the middle of the night. Ain't happy, but that's nothing. 24 moolah, that's good, though. Nope, I didn't mean to talk to him again. I was trying to pick up my... He's just gonna... You keep at it, Drake. Uh-huh. Yeah, I know. I was trying to just go back and... Oh no, is he gonna... I'm just glad he didn't make me go through the tutorial again by accidentally talking to him. So for tonight, we only have 5 minutes that we can play before it becomes daytime. We'll be able to, once we're back in our little ship, we'll be able to buy a timer enhancer that makes it 15 minutes, and then we'll be able to buy a thing that lets us end that 15 minutes whenever. And so don't feel like, oh god, but I don't want to waste 15 minutes every time there's a day-night cycle. It all works out. But for right now, we just want to get as much happy points as we can. I don't think we want to go in there yet. This cycle's going to end soon. You run faster when you pick up your plug. Just like in real life. Nope. But someday I'll hit the right buttons, but that is not today. I did hope at one point I could make a... there is a Wii version of this, which I think even has motion controls. It was a forward port of the game, but it was only released in Japan. As far as I know, there's no way to translate it, but I would have liked it just if nothing else. Runs in widescreen. That'd be nice. Thank you, Bungo Chunch. Thank you. Appreciate it. This is only my second ever Twitch stream. I am a video producer by trade, so a lot of the technological stuff comes naturally, but hosting and playing live is a brand new thing for me. Nope. All right. There we go. And our timer is up for night 1. We had a pretty productive one. Met Drake, collected some trash, got a toothbrush we can use to clean stains. It's a productive day, night, whatever. I love that recharging animation on the computer. Good morning. Hey, bonus battery. That should mean that we don't have to run and recharge ourselves as often, which I clearly had to do a couple times in the middle of the night. And he's making more mess. We'll save. One of the nice things about playing this in Dolphin, a lot of the loading and saving and such, all just happens so much faster than off a disc. Alright, so we want to go to the online shop. We've got more than enough to buy ourselves the updated timer. Since I'm here to talk about the HD texture pack I made, which is why this looks like it does, all of this UI here had to be redrawn. It's supposed to look like pixel art. Thanks, Joanna. I'm glad you like the songs. We do not have enough of the Chibi Blaster, but that's our next goal. These are all things we'll afford someday. So I look at every menu. Yeah. I don't have the items for Cyclotron, but we have our timer change. That's what's important. Oh, that thing looks gorgeous. All right, this is the time where I am going to go into the graphics thing here and uncheck the load custom textures. So you can see this is what, and if you're not viewing this if you're viewing this on like a phone, you're not gonna be able to see much of a difference. But this is what it looks like without the texture pack, and this is what it looks like with it. So you can see on the stopwatch, there's a big difference, along with the computer screen behind them and the power outlets. All are major changes. All right, let's get this day started. Our goals today, let's see. We got to talk to the dad and got to go to the kitchen. I think. Maybe that's a night thing. Now I just want to get some moolah. Oh, hey, it's Jenny. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Ribbit, ribbit. Ribbit. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. One of the things that made me want to do a texture pack for this game was playing it, like, their faces are just giant textures, and because they are so close up to the screen, like in this moment right here, you know, they would get, like, you can see they are just the chunkiest pixels, and not in a, like, retro chunky way. It just looks smeary. And I think that can be, like, it looks so much better to me. Not to toot my own horn. Like, look how close to the screen you get. It just didn't look good, and I knew it could. And it could do it easily, with a little bit of Photoshop. She can draw, and she loves us. That's what we're here for. I think she's gonna draw us. Weirdly, climbing up stuff, you just have to hold towards it and that little meter appears. Which works alright, but easy to forget that's how it works. I think with this, can I... Yeah! Somehow pushing over that box made other people happy, and I got happy points. Who knows how life's little mysteries work? It's still a video game. You break boxes, you get points. Okay. Need to put on a chibi captor. Put away the chibi captor. Back on. I think actually... Oh, well, nope. I did a bad one. That didn't work. Don't worry, we've got plenty of time. Doop, 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 doop. It's a wire. Or a cord. What we're here for is just a juice up. My favorite texture in the game probably is the little tile underneath, like that's on screen right now with the green leaves. I just love that little texture. It just looks like a tile. It's really nice. There's a lot of textures in this game. That is one of the first ones I did where I was like, you know what? I think I could do something with this. This looks good. All right, now to climb back up again. Thank you, Joanna. I'm glad you like my tile. Who wouldn't love that in their kitchen? What the? What is that? I got a button that makes a sound. Alright, so we gotta get to here. And I think what we need to do if we need to talk to him is to get onto the table. Nope. I'm glad you like them books, Tom. They were among some of the last things I drew were the books, just because there's so many details to them where I'm like, I don't know what these are supposed to be. And I was really shy about like adding details that weren't there originally. There we go. We made it. Check out these chocolate cookies. It says Skip Candy Limited Troubadour 403. Skip is the name of the company that made the game. I have no idea why I wrote Troubadour 403. I'm betting the texture vaguely looked like it might have said that, and I had to put something there. I thought I had to get in front of him to talk to him, but that's not the case. Juicing up again. I'm being really cavalier about saving. Okay. So we can't get into the kitchen from there because it's closed during the day. I'm still convinced the first thing I'm supposed to do today is just talk to the dad somehow. I just need to get onto the couch with him. There we go. Hey there, Chibi Robo. How goes it? You're getting used to our house, yeah? Well, I'm only allowed in this room so far, but yeah. Yeah, your wife is mad at you. I cost a lot of money, and you shouldn't have spent it. Just get a lot of happy points for me there, champ. Oh, I didn't mean to talk to him again. Talked to him through his butt that time. Oh, she kicked him out of the bedroom. That's why he was asleep on the couch. She's not scary. You're just an idiot. Relationships are hard. Phone news emergency alert. Hey, Tom, I think it might be your, or Locke. Sorry, we're using internet code names. There's the newscast texture. The spy doors. Where do they come from? What do they attack? We don't know. There it is. That's Tom's favorite texture. Ron broke jaw. What an incredible satire of the news. Can you believe those guys? Yeah, so now we have our enemies in the game. They're not really enemies. I don't know. They'll be popping up, and that's why we need to get the Chibi Robo blaster so that we can shoot them. I get the feeling at some point in development they're told, hey, this game has 0 action in it. You should give that robot a gun. It's not an important part of the game at all. Naturally, the sound of sweeping is guitar. Spread the happiness. Running out of power gun. Never save. I adore the animation of Chibi Robo when you leave the plug behind and try and run away, and it just kind of plops out. All right. Just your very presence makes everyone happy, happy, happy. It's a super positive game. I mean, there's some real sad story bits. You know, that kid's not wearing a accosting and refusing to speak English because she's having a great childhood. But, you know, you're a positive force in the world, and that's a good thing. We'll get this family in tip-top shape. Alright, so this is our first... I think it's just called a chibi door? I don't know. There's some coins in there? I do not know, lore-wise, why there are weird doors that only I can unlock that are already existed in these people's homes with secret money and the Twilight Zone in them. But hey, that's how it does. I'm gonna dispose of the trash I've collected. Or I'm gonna fly at the trash. This game is kind of part of a genre of games from this era that I was really into, a weird subgenre of games where you're a little guy in a big world. So stuff like this, Mr. Mosquito, and I don't know, I'm already running out of juice again. And Katamari Damacy, all games where you're just a little guy and you're in a big old world. And I don't know, I just really like that as a thing in games. You know, because I'm a big guy. The world's too small for me. Alright, so we can't open that until we get the blaster, which is still on our priority list. What game have I been playing? Oh, because I've been playing so much Animal Crossing, I keep pressing the Animal Crossing pickup button, which would be Y. That's the zoom in button. Maybe I should just reconfigure all the controls so that they match Animal Crossing, because that is apparently the only thing that my brain is capable of framing the world around now. Never save. Nope. There we go. Nope. Wrong button again. We're getting there. I'll have this all figured out by next time I stream. I'm thinking of doing these Mondays and Fridays while I'm under quarantine, along with everybody else in the world. Not that I got a lot going on other days, but those ones seem to be the most clear. Alright, I've collected darn near everything. I think it's time we check out the foyer, where there's some stuff going down. I want that froggy thing first. Just want that froggy pacifier real bad. Frog ring. Sorry, not a pacifier. Ow. There's a brief stutter there, and I was worried this would crash. I did something wrong. Alright. That was just it loading all the HD textures in. Tix Frisco! Yes, sir. I want to report immediately. What is that thing? It's an intruder, sir. I think it came from the living room, sir. Former perimeter man. Yes, sir. Go, go, go! Defensive positions! So somehow in this family's house, there's a battalion of eggs? And you know, you're just gonna have to run with that. Are they toy eggs? Are they real eggs? Do the family know they're there? They're operating during daylight hours. That mug's a hint. We need to get a mug like that so that we can shield ourselves. They're the free rangers, get it? Because free range eggs. Get it? Now, Locke, obviously you would expect an egg to break when jumping from the ceiling. But that was onto carpet. So take that. Brain. Okay, so now it's establishing our goal is to get into the basement, which is that dark area where there's weird sounds coming from. But we can't do that while there are these weird egg dudes. And if we try and run in there, they will shoot us to death. And there's no way to beat them. Oh god, they actually might still hit us over here. Where's the exit? So yeah, we'll come back to that once we've made our way into the kitchen, I think. Secrets. Choose that belong here. This is before we had long-lasting lithium-ion batteries, so we just charge up constantly. Just making shit up. Alright, so we still got time left on our 15-minute timer. So let's climb that cord we spotted earlier. I think that's the only other thing in this room we haven't tried yet. I'm sorry, Bungo Chunch. It offers to save every time you recharge, and I promise I'm going to save every night cycle, which is, you know, they're only, it's every few minutes. It's really not, it's not that dangerous. Thank you for trusting me. I'll try not to abuse that trust. Alright, I think I need to make sure. Alright, push. Alright, Tom, I also have Frog Ring, and I don't remember what the Frog Ring is for. Maybe I should just show that to Jenny. Was there anything else up there? Huh. Flipped over to here. Or I can totally miss that platform. There's actually, this feels like a weird thing to say, but this game actually plays a lot like Zelda games of the era, where you have very specific controls. Like you have to hold forward towards something to jump. I don't know. Oh crap! Nope. I just need to... I didn't think it would use juice floating down. Oh wow! I clearly didn't die a lot while making the game textures, because I would have noticed that the puddle is really low res. That is something I would have fixed. Hey, but I got a new costume by being knocked out. Oh, gosh. I'm supposed to be better at this. I've like beaten it like 5 times while making it, you know? While making the texture pack again. I didn't make the game, let's be clear. I actually think there's a point in the game later where, because depending on what costume you're wearing while you talk to people, you get different reactions. I think that there's a mummy character later in the game, spoilers, that I think if you're wearing this, you get a different reaction out of him. I know Telly is really upset with me for dying. But hey, it's a good way to end the cycle and move on to the next day-night. Thank you, Tom. Tom, if you... Tom, whatever. If you want to keep track of stuff I said that I would update, you can. I sure ain't gonna. Thank you, Telly. You're making a mess again. I'm saving. See? I saved. We're all good. Oh. This area is very tight quarters, and so it is very difficult to pick things up because it immediately tries to pick up your everything. All right, so we're gonna put down that. We're gonna walk over. There we go. We're gonna walk over, and it's gonna. Nope. I'm not leaving here till I pick that up. There we go! I did it! Alright, now I gotta clean up the puddle. Just because I'll feel really bad I made him cry if I leave it there. Alright, and now we can buy the blaster. Yeah, Chibi Blaster. No! I'm short. Oh no. Alright. Well, we'll go out there. We're gonna go out there, we're gonna quickly collect some cash and get that blaster. And then, oh wow, it's already 8 o'clock. I'm gonna play through the next cycle till until it gets to nighttime again, and then we'll call it a night here. Actually, did it even go to... Oh, it didn't even go to night. I thought that ended the night cycle. No, it just punished me. Man. Alright. Well, we still need to collect that. Where can I get more cash? Well, still gotta just be up here. Alright. In that case, yeah. When it gets to the night cycle, once we finish this, I'm gonna call the stream, which should be probably another like 5-10 minutes. We'll see. We're going to scale this, and we're not gonna fall off. And hopefully, there's something worthwhile up here. Ooh. Okay, this is working. What's not working is still my ability to remember what buttons do what. I've got a GameCube controller and adapter. I could go get those for next time. All right, now we've got enough for the Chibi Blaster. We're made in the shade. Millie loves the game. I don't think Millie would like having Millie being a dog. I don't think Millie would like having an actual Chibi Robo running around the house, but I'm glad she likes me playing it. I like all those squeaky noises he makes. She's drawing me! That's a chibi! Ribbit, ribbit. Gimme? Yeah, I'll give it to you. She wants the frog ring. I assume, and not these. Joanna, that makes me really happy to hear that Millie's having a good time. Aww. Alright, Tom, I will show her the frog ring. Actually, didn't I just do that? So I gave it to her, right? There's items. Yeah, I did that. Chat's lags behind a bit. So after I done that, I saw Tom in the... Alright, so... Knowing the battery is running out. Didn't mean to talk to her again, but I'm going to, before I do anything else, collect this coin and then recharge. And then there's another coin I want to collect and then recharge. You'd think having died once, I would learn to not be so cavalier about how much battery I have. We're not saving. Alright, so I wanted to try posing for her. Well, she wasn't that impressed. Dad might be. Let's go see if we can bother him with it. He likes Drake. He's playing with the toy right now. I love that chat delay, seeing Tom having just said to do the thing I just did. Oh no, my timer's running out. No! Alright. Chibi Robo? Time sure flies when you're making folks happy. No, the day is ended. Let's return to the Chibi house. Alright, we'll do a little housekeeping, and then that's the end of the stream. Let's do a little housekeeping. Telly's gonna talk my ear off again. Happy point total. Last time I think we went from 80,000 to 9,000. And now from 9 to 7. Stop making a mess, Telly. Saving. Alright, that's the end of the show. Thank you, everybody, for watching, friends and internet folks. I'm so excited to have people who are excited to join me on this. So thank you so much. That's it. I'm gonna hit the... Oh, that's it. Good night.